Let's go straight out of San Francisco, where Ian Sherr of Dow Jones Newswire is standing by. And before we get to the new ways to juice up your smartphone, Motorola is seeking a slice of iPhone sales. They want royalties. Tell us about this.
Well, so essentially, the ongoing patent war that's going on around the globe. One of the things that nobody's really ever known is how much each of these companies are asking for in royalties from one another for all these patents that they're all supposedly infringing. And so now a court document that probably should have been redacted in Los Angeles said that Motorola was looking for 2.25% of Apple's sales. Now we're assuming that these are the infringing product sales, which are a lot of the iPhones and iPads out there. I did the math, and it comes out to about $1 billion last year in royalties if they were to get it. So it's not a small chunk of change, and it kind of underscores, all these people have been saying there's a lot at stake. Now we really know there is a lot at stake.
Ian, how much are companies like HTC? I know HTC and Samsung do pay royalties to Microsoft, for instance. Do we have any estimates for what they might be paying for each handset?
Not off the top of my head, but it seems as though that if you look at it, there are multiple millions involved for a lot of these royalties. I've been hearing something around $4 and $5 per handset, but I'm not sure. And so it comes out to quite a bit. I mean, we're talking about millions of handsets here. So you're talking about tens of millions of dollars at the very least. The other thing is that Motorola specifically seems to be asking this type of stuff from a lot of people. This number seems to be pretty much their standard. There's another court case that's going on in Germany where Motorola is supposedly asking 2.25% from Microsoft for if they're infringing patents that are going on for its Xbox and Windows for a video codec. So this is a lot of money at stake. It's really interesting.
Are Motorola and Apple actually fighting a patent case right now?
They are. They're fighting both in Los Angeles and in Germany, all throughout the globe, really.
I think if you're a tech company, you're fighting now. It's on patents. Yeah. It's what you do when you're not inventing products in your spare time. You just take up the lawyers to let them savage each other. So this $1 billion, would Apple even notice that? They got close to $100 billion. Would it be like, whatever, we'll just give it to you, no problem?
Well, one of the things that's really a lot of lawyers have pointed out to me is that these patent wars, a lot of it is, eventually there's going to be a settlement. And pretty much everyone expects that everyone's going to settle at some point, just like the PC wars 20 years ago. But the difference is that right now they're fighting to try and get those royalties as low as possible. And if they can, knock out some of those patents at the same time, all the better. But at the end of the day, they're trying to create a consistent revenue stream for each other. That's really what this is all about. And they're trying to kind of ensure their little slice of the pie of this really fast-growing mobile market.
One interesting thing, Ian. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to, because I know Apple is also suing a lot of companies here for patent infringement. And what's interesting about their approach, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it seems they don't want a license fee. They literally want people to stop making the phone or to make changes so that they stop theoretically infringing on the inventions that Apple created with the iPhone, because they really want their device to be differentiated. I mean, do you see a time in the future when Apple will ever settle, and under what terms they would?
Well, if you take it the other way, they already did settle with Nokia, right? But at the end of the day, when they're suing other people, I think it's an assumption of everyone that they're not looking for license fees. I couldn't say that's a fact. And at the end of the day, also, yes, they are trying to differentiate. But at the end of the day, they know, I think, that these handsets are going to exist. They're going to do these types of things. They may be trying to keep stuff like the rubber banding and a certain icon look and whatnot from happening, but they know that they're going to have competition. And so I don't think Apple's stupid enough to think, well, we shouldn't get our slice of the pie too.
Yeah, everyone wants their slice of the pie, don't they? They just seem to have an enormous slice of the pie already.